I was thinking about this recently. I got these questions and I mulled them over, and I thought to myself, actually, what might be interesting is to just tot up coping time. And I mean, what do I mean by that? So I mean, every week I have a salt bath. Now, okay, some of that is pleasure, but honestly, I'm not a mad fan of sitting in a bath of hot water, but I do it for my feet. So we'll call that half an hour of coping time. Because, maybe I stay in it for 40 minutes. But, if we just take a bit off for the fact that there's some pleasure involved. And then if you go through, I spend time working on my nails every fortnight. That's another half hour or so. And chopping off skin and removing skin. I reckon, across a month with the baths and the things and all the rest of it, you're looking at sort of an hour a week. That's 4 hours of coping, and that's just a normal week. When things are bad, obviously it goes up, but also coping in a bad week is realistically all of your activities in a bad week are limited, for me anyway. So my range of available options in a day goes from not quite limitless, but relatively unlimited, to do work, feed myself. That's quite restrictive. And I probably have about 2 months of that a year. 2 months a year where, maybe 10 weeks actually, 10 weeks a year where my entire scope of life consists of doing my job and feeding myself. And that's really all I can do. I can watch a movie on a laptop, but I can't go out for a meal or whatever it might be, not without taking painkillers anyway. So, and if you add, sort of 4 hours a month, so what's that? A couple of days a year. If you add all of that up, you get about, say, 11 weeks a year. And those 11 weeks have been, if you will, taken out of the 52 weeks. And I guess that's, for me, that's a sort of measure of what could I do with 11 more weeks a year? What could I do with roughly an extra week a month? That's nearly 25% of a year. So if you imagine your average day, your waking day, let's call it 16 hours, assuming you get 8 hours sleep. Imagine somebody took 4 hours of your day away from you every day. What that would do to your life. I think you get a pretty close approximation, or I think you get a more perhaps accurate idea of, okay, well, to what extent does PC change your life?